Dear viewers, Assalamu alaikum. How do you today? Actually, I'm really fine, but I don't exactly how actually you're passing your time. But I'm just going to hopefully saying that you're passing your time with great enjoyment and merriment, and your remain safe and sound. Okay, welcome to my YouTube channels as usual. Actually, I would like to invite you that today I would like to take on big important class for everyone. It's a blogging system because I'm always time used to take the class on grammatical base or structural figures. But today I would like to take a big important class how to speak just like me. So what is that in my hand? What is that? You are looking so. What is that here? It's a board markers. It's a board markers. It can be called whiteboard markers or fixed board markers. Okay. So let's have a look here. Actually, what is for use that? Actually, you know very well that it is so much essential for every teachers. It's very important to write something on the board. Actually, there are two classification of the markers. That is on, board markers. It's totally easily erasable markers. We can just brush out all the after writing. But some markers actually that is fixed marker. Actually, it's in actually so much hurry and proof that it cannot be just erased any moment. So in our market, in our society, with the touch of modern technology, actually we have gotten this blazing things. So it is so much useful or beneficial to every teachers or every not only teaching profession but also all class of profession we can use that. So but mostly use here these markers in only teaching profession. So teachers are so much blessed with the God that such kind of innovation actually come to us, has come to us. Okay, so why actually that is used for? Only for writing on the board. It's easily very usable marker to write something on the board. This is very carryable things. We can just take it here and there easily. We can take in our pocket because it has a, cap. Okay, so it has one kind of system that is we can take in our pocket system. So it's very easily carryable things. And actually, once upon a time, why the teachers depend on chalks and the learners, both learners? Because on certain time actually there are not available this marker system in writing system. Okay, so that time the teachers, all the learners, they used to write something on the board or blackboard. That time the board was black, so that time they used to use here only chalk and dusters on dusters. So that time actually they faced a lot of troubles. When they use the chalk, actually some dust of chalks actually moving here and there, and it sometimes often arise, and sometimes it make noise or make dusting or spot system on the any kinds of body. So that time actually the teachers, all the students are not so prefer to use that kind of system. But now this moment, actually this innovation brings about a revolutionary change in writing system. So we are just blessed with by God that we have got is something such kind of markers. Here is a lot of colorful markers, red, blue, green, or black. So I can just if you would like to indicate something, I can use all the markers here. If I would like to show my indication on my writing here, that time I can use here red markers or blue markers. Even I would just eventually use black markers all the time because this is the whiteboard markers. Okay, and fixed marker actually used for writing something here for fixing system. Actually, this looks very beautiful when they write on any kinds of things with fixed markers. So this device is actually so much useful for every teachers, especially actually it's not only used in all the towns or cities. It is reached on the urban areas here. All the village teachers or suburb teachers, actually they are used to use that facility. They are getting a lot of facilities by using these markers because actually this is very usable. Okay, so its usefulness cannot be described in a single words. Okay, last but not the least here, actually I would like to tell here what is the usefulness of markers. That is so much usefulness. There are lots of usefulness this marker because there are lots of colorful markers in my hand. So I can write. If I'd like to write something in red types, I can write with red markers, use red markers. If you like to something write in blue colors or green colors or black colors. So if you'd like to use to write any colors, if you'd like to indicate in writing in front of the students, easily understandable things, that time you can use that marker. So actually modern technology has brought about a great change in our writing system. In primitive ways, actually people used to use here only, palm trees over. So after that, actually, blackboard or dusters came to us, and this is the age of modern technology. So we have got such kind of markers to write something, any kinds of languages. So actually its usefulness cannot be described in a single words. So actually in my view, in my short speech, I would like to show you that how actually you can speak just like me, just like British and American people, by using any kinds of sentences. So you have to speak by doing any kinds of things. You can speak here such as flower vessels. You can speak here furniture at your home. You can speak here any kinds of natural scenery. You can speak here, riding on a boat, riding on a bike, on the road system. So you can speak a lot of systems surrounding you. So speaking depends on what's actually in front of you. You are able to speak with this system. So actually in my view, in my point of view, I would like to say here that actually I'm able to speak with any kinds of things. So you have to be that. Okay. So remember, and in actual fact that if you would like to speak in English, just like British and American people, you should need to change your pronunciation. Actually, in our kindergarten level, what we actually learned English, actually the maximum teacher are not well up to the mark. There are pronunciation not up to the mark, but in what we actually learned Arabic. Do you know? Absolutely, you know that. In our Hudur, and in Hudur, actually they taught us, please pronounce your fa, za, qaf, ain, in such a. So we just learn in Arabic, Quran, Holy Quran, in a phonetical system. But in our education system, once upon a time, actually, there was not available instrument to learn better English. But now, this moment, a lot of sources to learn better English. You can hear. Actually, if you like to learn better English, you need to emphasize on first time listening. You have to listen. You have to listen, and after that, you have to read something in English. It may be reading books. It may be, story books. Any kinds of book you can write. You can textbook. You can write after that writing. But we just, in our education system, totally has been changed because actually it depends on only writing and reading. Reading means how to solve the question papers. So actually not so easily system of learning English. It's not right motto, right system of learning English. So if you'd like to speak in English every moment, every single moment, you cannot but depends on listening patterns. You have to hear minimum 10 minutes about any kinds of English. It may be movie, watching movie with subtitles. You can hear, you can listen BBC, CNN, Al Jazeera English news channels. You can listen any kinds of talk show. So you can, if you just if you would like to speak just like me, you have to have the habit of listening minimum 10 minutes every day. Otherwise, you cannot be good speakers and good listeners. That after you have to habit the reading books. Actually, we are habituated to read our own textbooks, so it is not sufficient to speak and write all this time. So you have to have the habit of reading different kinds of books. So we can just take help from any kinds of mobile devices, any kinds of TV shows, everything you can just read the system, then writing. And writing actually, it's a big topic for every learners because still we are studying in 10 years. 10 years, 12 years, 14 years, but maximum students, they are not able to write anything in English because they haven't powers over the word. When they start to write anything, something in English, and that time, they just sometimes hold or halt, right? What will they write here? They know a lot of grammars. The teacher teaching the grammar system very well, but actually it is not usable for every learner. So first time, because you have a instrument, you have a command to speak, so why not we just wouldn't be able to speak in just British American people? Why not actually listening? And you have to hear the native speaker speaking every day, every single moment. If you just would like to speak just like me or British American people, you need to depends on hearing power, so I mean listening, then reading, then writing, then speaking is actually it's the main matters for every learners. And by molding up three categories, you can speak. So actually, I would like to take my lesson, take my speaking a long time. So please wait to the topics as markers, board markers or fixed markers. I have a lot of available markers on my hand, and actually it is so much useful every teachers or any kinds of official purposes. So it is a blazing of modern technology, modern science. So we are getting a lot of facilities from modern science. Marker is one of them. Okay, so we would like to talk more longer. So let's have a look. Have a nice day. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz. See you next class.